Hindi, di ba? Basketball country tayo? Oo, hindi.
Meron, tama,
Di ba?
tama.
Yeah, exactly. Sino Barangay Ginebra fan dito? Hindi? Wala? Ikaw, anong team mo sa PBA pa rin? Ano pangalan mo, sir?
Pwlo Mendoza. Okay, so we're here at Trinoma and attend ako ng event sa National Bookstore. Basically, yung event na yun para sa parang sort of launch ng show ng author ng Pacific Rims na book, si Rafe Bartholomew. US siya, tapos gumawa siya ng book na pinifeature yung Philippine basketball dito basically sa Pilipinas. And magkakaroon siya ng show sa CNN Philippines, ang title ay Hoop Nation. So, ayun. Punta na ako doon and see you in a bit.
Pages hindi yung book, but that part about the Philippines, yung pagmamahal natin sa basketball. And tayo, the Filipinos, you sir, I believe you're not Filipino, but I will talk to you in a bit. But yeah, the Philippines is a basketball country. So here, kahit saan ka pumunta, kalsada, tama ba?
Yeah.
Pwede mga ganun lang, pwede mag-yes.
Yes!
Hindi, di ba? Basketball country tayo? Oo, hindi.
Meron, tama,
Di ba?
tama.
Yeah, exactly. Sino Barangay Ginebra fan dito? Hindi? Wala? Anong team mo sa PBA pa rin? Ano pangalan mo, sir?
Pwlo Mendoza.
Palakpakan si Pwlo Mendoza, sir. Palakpakan natin. Lakasan naman natin. Pwlo, harap ka sa tao, Pwlo. Pwlo, anong team mo sa PBA?
Ginebra.
Ginebra. Talaga? Never say die.
Yeah, ganun
So,
talaga.
natalo ng San Miguel, umiyak ka?
Hindi naman, pero support lang talaga sa Ginebra kasi yung attitude nila sa game. Saka basically yung fans kasi yun yung pinaka six-man kumbaga ng team. So
Ginaganahan yung team dahil dun sa fans. Tama yun.
Yeah.
Sino favorite player mo?
si Tenorio.
Si LA, point guard. Nice one. Thank you, pare. Palakpakan natin. Si Pwlo Mendoza, Ginebra fan, and he's here also to support the book. I see you have a copy of the... Please welcome Mr. Hoop Nation himself, Mr. Rafe Bartholomew. Mr. Woo! Woo! Louder! Woo!
For identity!
Dito ka, brother. Dito ka. Galing ka na mag-Tagalog, no? Magaling ka na mag-Tagalog. Okay lang? Sakto lang?
Sakto lang.
Kumain ka na ba?
Konti lang.
Konti.
Interested in longer than any other subject in my life. I started playing when I was mga 8 years old, and still do my best to play now. I'm in my early to mid 30s and getting slow, but still, get out there and at least feel good. Papawis lang. But I came to the Philippines after college in 2005 for the first time, and that was with the express purpose of researching the country's history and culture of basketball to learn more where it came from and sort of why. I mean, of course, for Filipinos, if you live here, basketball is nothing new. It's no surprise that this country loves basketball. But when I first learned about it in the States, I was just this American guy who knew very little about the country outside of what you might learn in college or high school. That really, I mean, I hate to say this, but a lot of us in America only really know some very basics, maybe a little bit of colonial history, can find it on a map, and knew that Imelda Marcos had a lot of shoes. That's like your baseline knowledge in America. So to discover that the country was so in love with basketball kind of blew my mind, and I wanted to come and sort of learn about it myself.
It was because of basketball, and you saw that Filipinos were really fascinated and how we love the sport. Like one dude over there said he's a Barangay Ginebra fan. You heard him. But was it the reason why you came here? Sorry to cut you there, but we're like, okay, punta akong Pilipinas, I'm gonna go to the Philippines, I'm gonna write a book right then and there, or no?
Well, I didn't know that I'd be able to write a book. I studied journalism in college, so I'm sorry. I thought, may chance now I can write a book. But I'd never done it before. I was fresh out of college, so I didn't really know. But I had a dream that maybe I would find something that inspired me enough and was a rich enough subject to become a book. And lo and behold, when I arrived here, it was pretty clear immediately, even if I didn't know everything that would eventually become part of the book, that there were 10 books worth of material when it comes to basketball here in the Philippines.
All right, so this, of course, you wrote this already 6 years ago, but from Hoop Nation, and then about this. I mean, from Pacific Rims, and now you're gonna have a show called Hoop Nation. Can you tell us more about this and how did it start? Kasi you know, you've been here in the Philippines, but I also know that you did something similar. But this one is really interesting. Kung makita niyo po yung mga few episodes, if you see a few episodes of Hoop Nation, it will blow your mind away. Kasi isang Amerikano kasama mga bata na naglalaro ng basketball sa kalsada. It's gonna be really interesting. So tell us more about Hoop Nation. How did it start? And now it's gonna air.
Sure. Well, ever since Pacific Rims came out, really, you know, I eventually, after working on the book, moved back to the States, worked at ESPN for a little while, worked at Harper's Magazine, was in U.S. publishing jobs. But for me, I don't know. I always thought it was not that there's anything wrong with it for people who do it this way, but it made me sad that a lot of people might come to the Philippines or come to another country or whatever, you know, like as an American, do work, finish their book, and sort of turn and be like, okay, you know, tapos na, walk away, I'm done, and sort of forget about it after that. For me, I mean, the country, the basketball culture, you know, the sort of life I discovered here meant a lot to me, and I always wanted to keep it alive. So, you know, whatever job I've been in, I've tried to figure out ways to insert Philippine basketball. When I was working at other websites or stuff, I would always, you know, push to do some Philippine stuff myself. And then also I just always hoped that after Pacific Rims, I would get the chance to come back here for more than a vacation or more than a book tour or, you know, more than just a couple of weeks to sort of see friends and stuff like that. I wanted to come back and live for a substantial period of time and hopefully work on something related to basketball again. And when the opportunity came along to do Hoop Nation with CNN Philippines, it was perfect. It was
a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's what I've been dreaming for years, and my life was flexible enough in a way that I could come do it, and I mean, I'm so happy it worked out.
And Hoop Nation will air every Saturday on CNN Philippines, where we tell the story of the Filipino. And this is really perfect because you get to tell the story of Filipinos playing basketball. Can you tell us more? Just a little, you know, tidbits about the show, what we're gonna expect to watch.
Absolutely. So Hoop Nation, I mean, working on it has been this incredible experience where each episode is going to focus on, you know, a different subject all to itself. So every week it will be something different, and we cover such a wide variety of the ranges of experiences of basketball here in the Philippines, from the barangay courts. You know, we spent weeks in Cebu, you know, like really trying to get the grassroots experience, all the way up to the professional game. We have, you know, of course, I feel like you can't come and do work on anything here without, doing an episode on Ginebra, so it is there.
Natuwa siya. Barangay Ginebra fan, sabi niya, yes!
Abangan nyo. And so it's really trying to catch a broad range of experiences, and that's really been what one of the things that struck me and touched me about this experience was, especially here in the Philippines, where so many people are joined by basketball. You know, that it's something that so many people have in common. And you talk about CNN Philippines telling the story of the Filipino. You know, half of the time I felt like while interviewing people, hearing about their lives, hearing about their experiences, yes, basketball was a part of it, but you're really just learning about different people's lives from all over the country, different walks of life. And, you know, I honestly, I just felt so lucky that I get a chance to meet all these people and learn about them, and hopefully, you know, we do a good enough job of sharing that with everyone who watches.
Can you tell us like about some episodes? Pwede ka na mag-share sa yung may mga episodes ka na, isang episode. Because I don't know if you're gonna kill me if I'm gonna say this. No, a while ago you got to interview the Destroyer, Rudy Distrito. What else? Yung sino pa yung mga nakausap mo or yung mga pwede natin makita? Kahit konting teaser lang.
Sure. God, so earlier, just kanina lang, like dumiretso lang kami sa interview with Rudy Distrito. So it was a long interview about his career in the PBA, you know, and which is what a career from, you know, from playing first with Crispa all the way. He was still playing in the NBA in the early 2000s with the San Juan Knights. So I mean, his career touched all these different places. Of course, he was this infamous or beloved enforcer, depending on what team you cheered for. And of course, he also, was convicted of manslaughter in the States and spent a few years in jail there before coming back to the Philippines. So quite a life story to hear from him, from a legendary player, but also we had a full episode inside Quezon City Jail, which,
You went to Quezon City Jail?
we were, I mean, not overnight.
Okay. Don't tell us the whole story para mapanood natin. We get to, I'm gonna watch that one, Rafe.
But it was amazing to see that, even in, literally almost every corner of the country, every kind of extreme or normal circumstance, we'll find basketball. And that was, Quezon City Jail was one example of that, where we spent a few afternoons in there seeing, the center of the prison is a court.
The center of that prison is a court, and wow, and basketball yung nilalaro nila doon.
I got to play on it.
Really?
With
Okay,
the-
we
with the
get.
local MVP.
Which episode is this? Para
Episode 4.
episode 4? So we'll get to watch all the episodes.
The
for
extra is
sure.
episode 4.
You're watch every episode. April 22, Saturday, 7 p.m. If there's anything you wanna add before we open the floor for any questions. By the way, in case you just came in, kakarating nyo lang, hindi po siya si Matt Damon, hindi po ako si John Lloyd Cruz. Siya po si Rafe Bartholomew. I'm Andrei Felix. We're from CNN Philippines. We tell the story of the Filipino. We're having a new program. We're excited because this guy right here wrote Pacific Rims. Will be having his own new show on CNN Philippines called Hoop Nation. Anything else you want to add, brother, before we open the floor for the questions?
I mean, kami yung mas guwapo, kaysa si John Lloyd.
John Lloyd Cruz, Matt Damon, bakit tayo yun? Born Identity, Popoy. Alright, any, you wanna add before that?
Siyempre, just, I want to first of all thank CNN Philippines, Ninja Dog Productions, the studio we worked with to make this show. It's a great privilege for me to continue this kind of work, learning about and researching and telling stories of basketball here in the Philippines, which I think, I've been a journalist for my entire adult life, and these stories inspire me more than anything else. So it's such a privilege that I'm grateful for to come and do this with them.
Alright, brother. Thank you.
I just came from an event here at National Bookstore featuring CNN Philippines' latest show, Hoop Nation, hosted by Rafe Bartholomew. If you guys don't know, he's the author of Pacific Rims, which tackles about Philippine basketball. And there you go. He's here to promote this latest show, and I want you to check them. The show will air on April 22, Saturday, 7 p.m. at CNN Philippines Free TV Channel 9.
Anyway, so how did you like the event?
It's great. I enjoyed. I
Did you get to ask questions?
Yeah. I get to ask questions. Question lang.
One question,
one question
but,
lang.
Close na kayo ni Andrei Felix.
He's cool though. Tapos, okay naman. Maganda yung mukhang promising yung show. And
Yeah, it's very interesting. I was
Yeah.
watching it about.
And yung mga teasers pa nga parang he get to play daw sa Quezon City Jail, which is
Yeah.
fine, di ba? Parang, so ayun. Saka para sa isang outsider na i-feature yung richness ng Philippine basketball culture dito sa atin. It's a big leap. Kasi parang yun nga Filipinos are not known for their height, so how come a sport such as basketball is so popular here in the Philippines?
Pero sabi nga ni Norman Black,
Yeah.
the talent is here, yung size na lang.
Yeah. And
We're
in this generation, the kids are starting to get taller,
Yeah, they're very,
faster,
very
stronger,
nag-evolve na tayo.
nag-evolve na. So ayun, which is nice. Oo nga naman, 'di ba? Kasi parang ngayon, yung mga guards is anong height na, 'di ba? Parang nasa 6 feet pataas na.
Who's that 6'11" high school kid they were talking about?
Yung sinasabi ni Andrei din sa mga
Your new friend, Andrei.
ayun. So ayun.
Anything else to say?
Ayun, thank you for watching the video, and keep supporting Analykix as well for your sneaker news reviews, and we hope to give you more quality content.